Yet under our Constitution, only the U.S. Congress has the authority to declare war, and no such war has been declared. And in fact, President Biden has made very clear we're not putting troops in Ukraine. And I was hearing on news today that actually things that were announced by this administration that would be helping Ukraine fight off Russia have not arrived. They were announcements, but the help that was supposed to be coming from the United States has not come that will help them fight off Russia. So we can hear all the grand pronouncements about how evil Putin is, but at times, they're just that. They're pronouncements because we're not giving the help to Ukraine that's being promised. Is this some kind of show without putting actions behind it? A lot of the Ukrainians think so when they look at the Biden administration because they're desperate. They're fighting with all they have. And I heard the majority leader casting aspersions at Republicans, thinking Putin is some great guy. He's a thug. And yet, who was it that put back in Putin's head that the United States has no problem with him attacking innocent countries and invading innocent countries? Well, we can go back in the second half of the Bush administration, George W. Bush administration, when President Bush and Secretary Condoleezza Rice got upset, as many of us did, when Putin's Russia invaded the country of Georgia. And he slapped some very serious sanctions on Russia to try to send a message, don't go invading other countries. So when Biden became vice president, Obama became president, one of the first things they did, they sent a Secretary of State named Clinton with a red plastic button that they misnamed in Russian. They meant to call it a reset button, but the people working for the Obama-Biden administration and for Secretary Clinton were not smart enough to properly translate the word, so it didn't mean reset. But they went over there with the intention of sending a message that, President Bush, he overreacted when you attacked Georgia. And the message from Obama, Biden, Clinton was, we won't overreact like that when you invade countries you shouldn't. We won't. We don't have a problem with it. Bush, that was Bush. That was Condoleezza Rice. They had a problem with your invading Georgia, but we don't have a problem like that. What was Putin supposed to think? Exactly what he thought. Number one, this Biden, Obama, Clinton, they're weak people. And they're giving me a green light to invade Crimea, which he did. And what happened? Nothing. Obama-Biden administration sent blankets over there. It's hard to stop a tank with a blanket. That's what was sent. But the message, Putin got that message. And then Trump comes in, and he can say flattering things about Putin, but he knew that Putin is not stupid, and he knew that he could be vicious, and he made very clear, you don't invade under my administration or you will pay a big price. But once President Trump was gone, and we got back to the old policies of the Obama-Biden administration, Putin knew he had a president that he could push around. And that was accented when President Biden telegraphed that, we could be okay with a minor incursion. If it's just a small invasion, we probably wouldn't even react. That was the message that was heard in Russia. And, at times it's almost as if there are people in this administration that have been paid off by Russia. Well, I guess some people in the Biden family have been paid off. But that's another matter. At times, though, it does seem like with the change in policy of standing firmly against China's devastating activity when it comes to stealing our secrets, patents, copyrights, and the lack of action by this administration, it does seem like, it makes you wonder, is somebody getting paid off in this administration? And then you realize, oh yeah, the Biden family's made a lot of money from China. So, people want to talk about Clarence Thomas maybe should recuse himself. I wish they'd apply those standards to people who benefit in this administration from the failure to stop China. In any event, just mark my words, this administration, President Biden, releasing 1 million barrels of oil a day from our strategic petroleum reserve is really going to come back to hurt us when we're in an emergency situation and we need that oil. It's not going to be there because President Biden was hoping he could ameliorate some of the anger of voters by the prices that we're seeing at the gas pump, the prices we're seeing in inflation, because that's the thing. When energy prices go up, it affects every price because food, the things we use to stay warm or to house ourselves, even cars even electric cars cannot be produced without the use of fossil fuel. Can't. They will someday, but they can't right now. You got to have fossil fuel or you cannot make a car. Not for production, not cheap enough to be bought by the American public. So, I know, and it's been, since I've been here in Congress, I filed a bill to have a huge cash prize to anyone who could develop a type of battery, capacitor, some way to hold megawattage of electricity for at least 30 days without significant loss. Because one of these days, somebody is going to come up with that. An ability to hold electricity. When that happens, we won't need fossil fuel at all. And whoever comes up with the way to do that is going to be mega wealthy. Heck, once we have that ability, we should be able to capture lightning. There are all kinds of ways we can have energy. And I know I've been